Alright guys, I'm here and I'm gonna teach you how to rig a basic Texas rig. So first, we gotta set it up. And so I have a tungsten weight, 3/16 of an ounce. And I choose tungsten just because it's way nicer than lead. It's way denser and they make it with better quality. Like the holes are nicer and stuff. So you gotta get your tungsten. For the extra price, it's definitely worth the money, especially if you're serious into fishing. So you gotta tie your knot. I tie an improved clinch knot. So you twist. Okay, I kind of just rushed into it. So you get your string, and you get it, and you twist it 6 to 8 times. It doesn't really matter. Alright, step 1. And step 2 is you gotta get your line and feed it through this hole you created when twisting. Like that. So you feed it through the hole like that. And then once you feed it through, it creates another hole. Then you feed it through that. And then one last time, feed it through again. And then you always moisten the knot with your saliva so it doesn't cause friction, which can oftentimes cause it to break and weaken your knot, especially if you're using fluorocarbon. And bam, that's how you, that's the Texas rig right there. There's your Texas rig. And one cool thing about tungsten is you can actually, once you tie your Texas rig, cut off the slack. I don't have enough slack. And tie a granny knot around the line and peg it. So that way the weight won't move. But I'm not going to do that right now. I just want it free. So that's step 1. That's how you tie the knot. Step 2 is rigging the Texas rig. So for here I got 2 demonstrations. You're going to have your basic worm and then a crawdad. So we'll start with the worm. That's what, actually I fish probably about half and half with Texas rig. So here's a finesse worm. You get finesse and you got like a Senko. Here I've already got the Senko rigged. And it's going to look something like this when we're finished. So there we go. So this is how you rig it. It's all similar for all worms. It's rigged the exact same. So you want to feed it through the eye, or the head, and pull your hook out. But you want the knot you pull out to be the same length as the keeper. So right here I kind of have about the same length as the keeper and the worm. Looks good enough. So then you slide it all the way up the hook. It's like perfect amount of keeper on the worm. So that's perfect. If you want to, you can pull it up over the eye, but it doesn't really matter. I like it just fine, normally, without pulling it up. So then you want the finished product to look like this. And we'll have the worm, and I can't just stick it through. So you have to measure off how you want it to just, about right here, I would say. And just pull it through. Perfect. So that way it's just nice and parallel with the worm. Just you don't necessarily want to be able to run your finger down it unless you want it weedless. So you can stick the tip back in the worm like that. But I normally just keep it exposed for a better hook ratio. And then there you go. That's how you Texas rig a worm. And then the Texas rig the crawdad, it's pretty similar. It's almost the exact same. You just feed it in through the top. Try to get the same distance as the keeper, which I did. See, this time it's covering the eye because it's got a bigger bait. And then there's little slits right here in this one. That's where you want to aim your hook for. I'm not sure if you can see it, but right there. So you want to aim your hook for. So I'm just going to aim my hook right in the middle of the slit and pull it through. And bam. Got a Texas rig. There we go. And when you fish the crawdad, it'll actually sit up like this because of the weight. It'll sit up like this, attracting the fish with its claws. And you can either two things, you can hop it, or you can just slide it across. And when you slide it across, these claws will go crazy, attracting the fish. Personally, I prefer sliding it across, just across a rock bed or something. That's where I normally get more strikes. Unless I'm bed fishing, then I hop it. And it tends to get more action, aggravate the fish more and get more strikes. But I'll give you a little demo of what I'm talking about. Structure. Pretty much going to start off structure fishing. If you're fishing off a John boat or just from the land, you just got to think structure. So right here you can see I've got some nice rocks. Now it's good structure. So I'm going to cast my Texas rig crawdad. And Texas rigs are pretty much the way to go. They're the way to start off bass fishing. That's how I started. So I'm just going to cast my Texas rig, the structure. Now I'm not really expecting to catch one right now because it's winter time and a lot of the fish are out deep. They're not quite pre-spawn yet. But I'm just going to show you guys how I would be fishing if it was fall, winter, or summer. Now just casting my structure and give a little hop. Just like 1 or 2 hops. 1 or 2. And after I hop it, to get the bass's attention, I'm just going to drag it with my rod tip. And see, when you drag it, you can actually feel all the rocks. So I'm just going to reel up the slack and drag it. And that's when the bass normally strikes, either between hops or when you drag it. And see, like that sign right there? That counts as structure. So I'm going to cast to the structure. Oh. Cast messed up. I'm going to cast to the structure. And there I'm going to hop it once or twice. Give it a little hop. And that's it. But that's how you get the feel for fishing. You're going to want to cast towards structure. Any structure you can find, like trees, any trees in the water, rocks, and man-made structure like signs. So that's pretty much it. You got to look for 3 things: natural cover, man-made cover, and just forage, like rocks, things like that. So anything that's not normally naturally in the water is where you're going to want to cast your Texas rig. Like those rocks right there, this tree, that sign, like right here, this log, so anything like that. And that's pretty much it. Alright, getting a fish following my bait. Oof, I got stuck. Oh, what? Oh, there he goes, there he goes. Got him! That's a nice fish, jeez. Oh, dude, don't lose me in the grass, come on. Oh, he's still on, he's still on. Alright, there's only 17-pound test, don't want to break. Yeah, right there. Oh, that's a nice fish. Oh, dude, he's stuck on that piece of grass. Here you go, here you go. Alright. Yeah, I don't think to break. Just be careful. I don't want him to get off. Oh, nice fish. Was he hooked well?
Right on the inside.
Sweet. Let's get hooked in. Are you done again? Alright. Oh, I didn't know you were still holding it. Oh, let's go. Let's see.